Internet people, this is Corrupt Reverend, and tonight I'm going to be showing you how to install a safety delete in a Marlin 1895 lever gun. Safety delete is available from Beartooth Mercantile. I'll put a link down in the description, and you can click there and get your own. One thing to note about this video, I already did it. Don't stop it yet. I'm doing it again. So here's the stock Marlin safety. Alright, and about a year and a half ago or so, I got the Beartooth safety delete. You can see it's right there, and I'm really happy with it. I mean, as far as function goes, it does nothing perfectly. So it works fine, but it always kind of bugged me. I don't know if you can see. This side has a nice little screw head type thing, and the other side is flat, which wouldn't be a problem except the edges aren't beveled. Like all these pins and screws, the edges are beveled, except on the safety delete, and that bothered me. So I emailed the fella over at Beartooth. I don't know his name. I'm going to call him Bill. Bill at Beartooth. Emailed him, and I was telling him I love the product, but it would be kind of nice if it did something about this other side, because I don't know, it bothers me, and I want things to be perfect for me. Now, well, it turns out he had already done that. So this is, I suppose, the Mark II Beartooth Mercantile Marlin 1895 guide gun safety delete. Not a mouthful. So here you can see that side, it's got the screw head. This side, it's also got a screw head. Excellent, nice and rounded. It'll blend in perfectly, and it won't bother me. That's exactly what I want. So, that said, let's get to it. First thing you gotta do is take off the stock. I cheat a little bit. I already loosened this up. I was kind of planning out how I was going to do this video. So take off the stock, you just take out this one screw right here. It's just a flat blade screwdriver. Use hollow ground screwdriver bits so you don't mess up the edge of the slots in your screws. And this just slides right off. We'll put that aside. Alright, so now we've got the most ornery pistol ever. Next step to do is grab this included, I think it's a 5/64 or maybe 7/64. I don't know, it's included and it works, so you don't really need to know the size. How about that? And right back in here, you can see that little hole there. That is where there's a set screw that holds in a spring with a little ball bearing thing that goes into a detent. And normally that's the little clicky part of the safety, but in this case it just holds everything in place. So let's see if I can do this without losing the ball and the spring, all while trying to do a video. Let's see here. And it's pretty easy. And the first time it was easy, and that was, it might have been, no, I'd had the gun apart before, but even if you've never taken a Marlin apart, I mean, you just have to take off the stock and the part's right there, so it's not really that big of a deal. And you're not going to have to have your gunsmith do this, unless you want to. I mean, your money, your gun. I like doing stuff myself. If you've done Wild West Trigger Happy Kit, this is easier than that. So now we've got the set screw with the spring. Let's see if I can get it focused. Probably not. Just a little set screw and a spring goes over that. Set that aside, you don't want to lose that. And then I believe, oh, maybe there isn't a little ball. I thought there was a ball. Oh, no, I lied. And I lost it. Damn. Okay, well, there's the old one. You can see. And actually, I think I might be able to leave out the ball and the spring, because that should actually snug down. I don't know, maybe. No, because I'd have to thread it further. Sorry, you guys are having to eavesdrop on my conversation with myself. Now, here's the original safety delete. You can see that screwed in, and it's just flat on that side. But he makes them better now, like this, you know, with the screw on both sides. And I'm going to track down that little ball and finish this video. Well, that was fun. Got the ball bearing. So actually, I'd given up on it. I even took an old Harbor Freight thumb ratchet apart, hoping I could get a bearing out of that would work. And now there was nothing in there. Tossed it to the side and kind of pouted for a little bit. And when I went to pick this up, I found the damn thing that came out of the Marlin. So, it's right there. Don't want to lose it again. So, like I think I was just saying, be careful, because you don't want to lose that. Alright, so now, if you're following along at home and you didn't lose your little ball bearing, you would have just taken this out. Well, like that. I don't know if it would make that noise, but I would hope it does. That'd be fun. And you're going to be installing this. You can see one side of this has a little socket for the bearing to go into. You can guess which side that goes in. So, starting from over here, gonna put that guy in, trying to line it up, and then once you get it in there, go ahead and try and drop the hammer. That should let you know. Or rather, it will hold it in place once you get it right. I'm going to take this off camera so I can look down the hole. Let's see here. It can be a little fiddly bit, but just keep at it. Once you get it lined up, yeah, there's no way you can see in there. Anyway, it's lined up. Now that it's lined up, you can drop the hammer and it'll hold it in place for you. There we go. And you'll know it's in place because the hammer will actually fall all the way. Wait, should it do that? Yeah, it should do that. Okay. So, now we put the bearing in there. Oh, you can see it. Cool. Okay, yeah, there's the bearing. Then you take the spring, and actually, what did I name him? I said his name is Bill. Bill at Beartooth, or Bob, or Bernice, hell, I don't know. Person at Beartooth said you don't actually have to put the spring back in. So I know I'm doing some of this stuff off camera, but I gotta kind of get this set screw started. I did not want to risk losing that damn bearing again. Now I dropped the set screw into the action. Wasn't I just saying this is easy? I think it was. It's totally easy, guys. I've done it before. Even a retard like me could do it. Well, maybe not. Anyone want to take bets that I'll lose the screw, the bearing, and the spring? Almost lost it again. Okay. So, I'm assuming if you're not making a video, actually, no, I've done this before. I can do this. You saw proof. It was in there. So, it should be a lot easier if you're not trying to make a video. Ah, there we go. While you do this. Oh, now I have to do that all over again. Oh wait, it's still lined up. Yes, it is. Of course it is. The hammer's down. Alright, how about this? How about do that? There we go. Okay, now. Please be under my hand. Okay. I should have put a towel down. That's what I should have done. That's what I normally do when I work on this. Is I put a towel down. That way, little things that you drop like that can't go anywhere. Or well, they just kind of land and stop instead of bouncing like this. My fat fingers can't get this in. There we go. Okay. The bearing is in. Then spring. What am I doing on time? Yeah, I got some time. And then the set screw. This is a little bit tricky, I guess, because now I'm going to make up excuses why I'm failing here. But it's tricky because it's a weird angle. But, like I said, as long as you're not me, it should be pretty easy for you. I think I got it started. Yeah. Alright, and then just tighten it down. Oh yeah, look at that, much better. That guy there. It'll wiggle a little bit when you first put it in and you tighten it down. Don't worry about that. Once you tighten that set screw, it'll tighten the safety and be all centered and stuff. All this because I didn't like the flat face. Well, gotta make your gun your own. I guess you don't have to. Shoot whoever's gun you want to. No, I'm just rambling. I guess this is kind of... I could edit this out, I suppose. I don't think you guys need to watch me tighten the set screw. I don't even know if I'm talking loud enough. I don't have a microphone, I'm just using the camera. Okay, tight. It's tight. Oh yeah, tight. It's good. Very good. Give it one more little crank, just to be sure. If I can get it in the hole. There we go. Now I just got to put the stock on. I'll do that off camera and finish this up. Now that the excuse me. Now that the stock is back on, you're done. That's all there is to it. Just two screws. Actually, that's it. There's just two screws. One of them can be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but as long as you're more dexterous than I am, it should be fine. So we've got our Beartooth Mercantile Safety Delete. And I really like this. And I guess I'll take this moment to say that, or point out rather, that a safety delete is kind of a controversial thing. I'm sure some people think I'm retarded for doing it. I just don't like mechanical safeties. To me, the safety is between the ears, and really the only thing that the safety will do, for me at least, is it'll make me forget it's unsafe and I'll miss a shot at a deer or something. So, I mean, lever guns, put the hammer at half cock if you have, you know, a round in the chamber. Use your head. Never put anything in front of the muzzle that you don't want to destroy. On safety, I guess I should have done it in the beginning, but I did safety check this before I started because I had already been fiddling with it. So I'm not going to. That's another thing you should do. Maybe I'll add a disclaimer in the beginning of this video. If that's the case, why am I even telling you this? Oh well. So yeah, Beartooth safety delete. If it's something that you think you want to do and you understand, I don't know, the gravity of removing a factory safety device, I highly recommend it. It's an awesome product. Bill, Bob, Becky, whoever it is. I know it starts with a B because he signed his emails BG, I think. Something like that. But it's a really great product. Another thing I got from him, actually, I doubt you can even see it. Oh yeah, you can. I replaced the factory plastic mag follower, which is this guy, with a brass one. He also sells brass, stainless, and I think he sells aluminum magazine tube followers. Really great quality, you know, clean machining, and that was really just kind of a finicky thing. Like, I hate plastic things. On guns. That sounds like I've got polymer frame guns and stuff like that, but something little like that, it just bugs me if it's plastic. So if you want a non-plastic one, you can get it from Beartooth. A few other things, just in case people want to know. If you only wanted to see the safety delete, you can close the video now, I suppose. But usually, I've posted pictures of my gun a few times, and people asked about some of the other stuff. So I'll just take a couple minutes and talk about that. Well, the first thing I did when I got the rifle was I cleaned it all up. This was one of the infamous Remlins, a gun made in the... Well, actually, no, this was after that, but I bought it when there were still a lot of shoddy Marlins on the market. And they've really got their act together since 2013. They've been making decent rifles again, and now they're supposed to be pretty damn good. I haven't checked out any new ones, but they're supposed to be rather spiffy. But when I got this, it was on the ass end of the transitive. That's a fun word. Anyway, transitive era for Marlin. So there's some grittiness in the action, which actually is kind of common in a lot of guns. Clean all that out, find any burrs, knock those down. So yeah, I did that. Also put on a Wild West Guns trigger happy kit. I got the nickel one, just because I like the contrast. There's no other reason. It's so much better than the Marlin 2-piece trigger, which I think is it's in there somewhere. Gets rid of the Marlin flop, which is like the trigger can move forward. Lowers the trigger pull weight. Smooth, light, just an awesome trigger, but not so light to where it's unsafe. So I thought about slicking up the the trigger on top of just the Wild West Guns trigger, but it's just so good as it is. I don't see a reason. So trigger, excess sight systems, lever scout rail. This guy is super easy to install. You just knock out your factory rear sight, which is just a friction fitting, and you bolt this guy on. That's pretty much the gist of it. A WRBS or SB, a peep sight. I added a peep sight. How about that? Since I got rid of the factory sight. I like shooting irons. A lot of people like shooting irons. It's nice to have a gun that can shoot irons. So I did that too. Another great product. It is actually, when I put it on, I went to zero the rifle and it was already dead nuts. So I know that doesn't say anything. It was just complete accident or perchance or whatever that it was zeroed when I put it on. But it's good and solid, and it's got a lot smaller aperture than the ghost ring sights that are available. And I like a small little pinhole thing going for that. Loophole scope, I mean, it's a scope, whatever. Loophole QWR rings, wrapped the lever with hemp, and yeah, basically now it's my dream rifle. My favorite gun to shoot, most expensive gun to shoot, since I'm still need to get a bullet mold to start reloading. That's it. Hope you found this informative, or at least mind-numbing, and thanks for watching.